I mentioned in passing the idea of eating a hot dog on sideline of a preseason game. That was something Mark Sanchez of the Jets once did, and Sanchez was on the team the last time they were on Hard Knocks. They're back on Hard Knocks. Last night was the debut, and I didn't realize we had a homework assignment to watch Hard Knocks, so I'm just going to go ahead and admit to the teacher right now, I didn't watch it.
What?
Did you watch it?
You didn't watch it? What were you? I just can't believe it. I'm so disappointed in you. I did watch
it today.
You do. You're going to enjoy it. And in fact, I'm going to throw out a big statement, but it's as good as the first show as I've ever seen with Hard Knocks, right? It is. We've never had access to a star of stars like this who embraces it, and they show the whole organization embracing him as well, and that love affair, it's pretty incredible, Mike. I can't remember one where we had, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of football, and he just is mic'd up at every practice and, all over the show, and you just see the camaraderie in which he's creating there and the excitement he's creating there. Mike, you're going to really like it. You really are. It's one of those where I'm sitting there with my wife and my son, Philip, and my Philip within 5 minutes is like, I think I'm going to root for the Jets this year, right? I mean, he's like, this is awesome. He was in awe. Now, he's a 13-year-old kid, but you know what I'm saying. It was well done in how they did it and, of course, made everybody look godly, and which they do at Hard Knocks.
Shireen Williams is our in-house Hard Knocks correspondent. She draws the assignment of watching the show and posting on it as she's watching it if there's something newsworthy, compelling, something that would be entertaining to the audience. And I think she has become jaded, not just by hanging around me, but jaded by the fact that Hard Knocks typically has not been very good. Because I got this feedback from her when I asked her last night if there was anything on Hard Knocks worth posting. She said, 50 minutes of my life I will never get back, sterile, very little behind the scenes. So she's got thumbs down. You've got thumbs up. She's got thumbs down.
That sounds, she got on me for my Kellen Mond evaluation and said, oh, I'm crazy, and then now's my time to give it back. Shireen, you're crazy. You're not a TV producer. That's one thing we can cross off the list for you. I mean, you probably heard Matt Casey in your ear. He disagrees. It's pretty cool.
He's a Jets fan.
Well, I understand, but this is one where I think you're gonna get chills and and be like, wow, this is pretty amazing. One, you see Rodgers, and hey, one of the reasons you've heard me say, hey, he's too good to be this, what do I want to say, non-aggressive or checking the ball down, being checked. I mean, you see that right away. They're all in awe of him throwing the football. The throws he makes, the throws they show. He's still capable of incredible things with his right arm. And, Mike, they just have a few parts of, the players being in awe. Like, did you see that laser? Oh, my gosh. And the coaches being in awe. And wait till you get to the part where you see McCole Hardman. Like, he's 4 and he's seeing Mickey Mouse at Disney World once again. Like, that's what it is, right? Except he's 25 and Mickey Mouse is Aaron Rodgers. And they're in the stretch line, and it's like he forgot he's in the stretch line. He's just like, I can't believe I'm here with you. I mean, I grew up with you. I mean, this is amazing. He just is gushing. And Rodgers is like shaking his head, and he goes, oh, man, you're going to age me again, huh? Is that what you're doing one more time? I mean, it really is funny. And it was a cool thing. So I think you'll enjoy it later today.
Matt Casey pointed out it was shades of the Chris Farley interview of Paul McCartney from SNL
right,
years ago.
Right. Yeah,
Farley just couldn't contain himself.
Yeah. It was kind of like that throughout. And then, hey, like Robert Saleh admits and says, a lot of those guys, they haven't been around a guy like this before. And there's not a lot of these guys to go around. You named it yesterday. You said it. He's the last man standing. The last old man standing. I mean, guys like this is Rodgers, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, of course. It's Brett Favre. It's a short list of really, really special players, in my opinion, that have this type of effect and through the locker room in the league, and that's the Jets are experiencing it. And I think even the coaches are in awe of what they're seeing as far as a control, a detail, a talent standpoint, everything that goes into Rodgers on the football field.
when the Jets finally reluctantly accepted their involuntary assignment to be on Hard Knocks, one of the things Aaron Rodgers said is that Liv Schreiber, the narrator, one of the good things about the series, and he looked forward to meeting him. And my response was, well, he's not going to actually be there. I mean, he's going to be in a booth somewhere reading the copy, but apparently there's a
he shows up.
Schreiber actually there. And one thing I was wondering that I don't think I said this. I know I didn't write about it. They got this strike right now with actors and writers. I wondered whether or not Schreiber was even going to show up for this.
Oh,
right? Hear you. He's an actor. I don't know where the whole picket line etiquette goes. I mean, I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA. You may be too, whether you realize it or not. They got a hell of a health plan.
Right.
And it at least has crossed my mind, frankly, and I apologize in advance to any of the suits at NBC. It has at least crossed my mind that I should respect the picket line of SAG-AFTRA. And I reserve the right to do so with or without notice. But I just wondered how that was all going to happen with Liv Schreiber and the pending strike. But apparently it didn't stop him from his Hard Knocks assignment. I guess since it's not scripted, I don't know. They script the narration. Who's writing the narration?
Yeah, right.
That's where it gets really weird.
Yeah, I hear you, but I know it's a big part of his life and his income, I'm sure. And gosh, it's the number one thing I think of him now is his voice on Hard Knocks. I don't even as much as think of him as an actor and some of the things he's done there. I'm always like, oh yeah, the Hard Knocks guy. And Rodgers gave him some love before it all started, and he wanted to show up and see the show, the spectacle. It was pretty cool, and he was funny, and he was watching. One of the funny things he says is he goes, these guys they're not as big as I thought they were going to be. He's like, it's actually comforting, because he's seeing Rodgers and some of the receivers and the running backs. And, of course, as you know, I think a lot of people get surprised sometimes. They go, whoa, they build these guys up in their mind and think everybody's 6'4", 270. And it's like, no, the NFL's got a lot of 5'9", 205s and a lot of, 5'10", 210s. And, Garrett Wilson, what is he? 6'2" or 3, 180 pounds. So it's when you see Mekhi Bectons of the world and that crew, that's when it starts to jump on you. But he was great, and Rodgers was really great with him.
I think I was talking recently about that when I saw the Dolphins players all file in for a preseason game in Pittsburgh some 18 years ago. They all looked normal except for Junior Seau. That's when I wanted to go run and hide, when Junior Seau showed up. The rest of them just looked like normal guys you'd see walking around. So I wanted to delay watching Hard Knocks until my workout because I'm always looking for something I can watch to get me through the hour on the bike. So I'll watch it while I'm working today. Now I feel like there may be something in there that I can parlay.
I think there will be
post. So
I think there will.
I'll watch it as soon as we're done today. I failed. Although in my defense, I didn't realize it was the assignment because I didn't really look all that closely at the outline. If I had seen the outline, I would have known I was supposed to watch it. I still wouldn't have watched it.
Oh,
We'll check it out.
Yeah, all right. Well, we got the rundown at 5:46 last night. I don't know. Somebody got better things to do. I don't know.
I skimmed it. It was a long day. Lay off me. I'm starving. That's right around dinner time. Lay off me. I'm starving. I was actually on the bike at the time, too. I can't be responsible for any texts I get while I'm working out because I look at them and I forget all about what came through. I'm better off not looking at them at all while I'm trying to get in my workout. All right. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.